All set. Item number 6, applicant owner is Carlos Efres Estrella and Carlos Gino Estrella. Care of Attorney
This is
Peter,
yours, right?
Yes.
Attorney Peter A. Salino, 0 Augusta Street, map I-26, lot 0018. The applicant is seeking a variance to allow the following: 1, pursuant to 86 attachment 1, Fall River zoning ordinance, to construct a two-family dwelling on the subject property, waiving the requirements related to lot area and lot coverage. The applicant is seeking a special permit to allow the following: 1, pursuant to section 86-443 of the Fall River zoning ordinance, to waive parking aisle requirements. Property is located in A2 apartment zoning district.
Good evening. For the record, Peter Salino on behalf of multiple Estrellas, the owners of the property at 0 Augustus. The property is located off of Rodman Street. It's a narrow lot. It contains about 5,500 square feet of land. The variance requests are 2, and then the special permit requests are 1. So the variance request is that the parcel is in an A2 district that requires 6,500 square feet in order to build a two-family. The proposal here is to build a two-family. As a result, we're short on the square footage for a two-family in the A2. So variance 1 is the overall square footage of the lot. Variance 2 is the lot coverage. You'll notice on the plan that the applicant has proposed 6 off-street parking spaces, which obviously exceeds the requirement by 2. But as we just saw in the last petition, parking is at a premium in Fall River. And so the engineer, I think, thoughtfully designed this petition or this plan to include extra spaces. As a result of that, we have a lot coverage as proposed of 55.5. So the lot coverage would require variance since the district requires 30%. And then finally, the drive aisle as you drive into the property as contemplated and proposed from Augusta Street is 20.5 feet. And the travel aisle must be 22 feet. And so as a result, there's a request there for special permit to relax as opposed to waive the parking requirement by 1.5 feet. So I've pled in my papers that the petition and the hardship associated with it is obviously the existing size of the lot. I think it's a reasonable proposal for this neighborhood. It's all multifamily use surrounding it. The Estrellas are here, as well as their engineer, if anybody has any specific questions that require a technical answer. Otherwise, I'm happy to review further or answer any questions the board has.
Parking spaces 5 and 6, are those stacked?
Yes, I think you'd say that. They're parallel spots, effectively.
Which
see where the
is the only way you could get 20 feet for.
Right.
Yeah.
And Attorney Salino, how short are you with square footage?
The requirement in the district is 6,500, and we're 5,055, so just under 1,000.
I'll just start with that. Within the last year, we modified the A2 zoning district from 10,000 square feet and 2,000 square feet per additional unit down to 5,000 square feet for a single family home, and the frontage requirement from 100 to 50. So all the efforts that this board took, the planning board and the city council, to allow construction on lots in this district that have 50 feet of frontage and 5,000 square feet would afford this landowner to build a single family house in accordance with your new regulations that you created. You're now being asked to go beyond that and allow a two-family house to be constructed and lot coverage waivers and parking setback waivers. So it's almost undoing the efforts of allowing people to construct on something. If you remember, part of that discussion was we keep getting all these requests for variances in the A2, and everybody agreed that the lot areas were excessive in A2 of 10,000 square feet to start. So you made that change. That apparently isn't enough for some people, where 50 feet of frontage and 5,000 square feet that allows you to build a single family house with 2 off-street parking spaces and 25% lot coverage. We all thought that would be enough for people, but now we're going to start getting variance petitions to waive those more progressive requirements as well. So I would just ask you to contemplate that.
Yeah, I mean, it's another shoehorn. Other questions from the board, comments from the board at this point?
So just to be clear, Dan, if this proposal were one family, they would not be here.
They don't need to be here.
Right. Okay, 5,050, yeah, so it's 6,500 required for this. And you're just shy of 1,000 off. Yeah, I mean, we've been here before, and personally, I'm standing with the efforts that were made. I'm standing with the efforts that were made. Questions? Comments? I'm going to go to the general public. Anybody here wishing to speak in support of this application? Anyone wishing to speak in opposition? Okay. Was a single family contemplated?
If I could have a brief minute and speak to Mr. Estrella.
Oh, that's true, too. Right, that's right. Is that correct?
What's
They can do
that?
A single family with an ADU, by right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But the second unit will be limited to 900 square feet.
Right,
Big difference.
Yeah, so you're not gonna get a three-bedroom.
right.
Yeah, it's, 6 bedrooms would be a 3-bedroom.
You don't design the things for it.
No,
Right,
just
right.
saying that's by a matter of right that you do that.
I just wanted to be clear what the matter of right was.
Yep.
You tend to assume that you would consider the ADU situation.
Just looking at your red line, blue line. Probably could have done something else.
My client's willing to let it go to vote, see what happens, and obviously then we could revert back to a single family if he has to.
Okay. I mean, there's a clear way to get 2 units here.
I understand.
Okay.
Motion to deny?
Second.
Motion to deny, seconded. On the motion, Jim,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Ricky,
No,
Eric,
Yes.
Chairman Prairie, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That 4-1.
Hmm?
That 4-1.
4-1. 4-1 goes down. Okay. Item number 7, applicant owner Seth D. Ellie. And Lisa, and is it Eli? Okay. I never saw Eli with an E on the end, but I apologize. Care of attorney Peter A. Salino. Subject property is 1214 Watkins Street, map R08, lot 0021. The applicant is requesting a variance to allow the following: to construct an addition to an existing single-family dwelling with relief from section 86, attachment 1 of the Fall River zoning ordinance, specifically related to side yard setback requirements. Property is located in an R30 single-family zoning district.
Good evening. For the record, Peter Salino on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Eli, who are over my shoulder to the left. This proposal is to add an addition to their current single-family home at 1214 Watkins Street, Fall River. Cutting to the chase of this petition, it all relates to the side setback, which is plan right. You can see that the property line is not straight, As a consequence, I've argued that the shape of the property necessitates this waiver. You can see that they can comply with all other setback requirements, but for that side yard setback on the proposed addition. So to be clear, it's supposed to be 25 feet in the district. The proposal is to build the addition such that it's 10.3 feet from that side property line.
Okay.
So I think the hardship is the shape of the lot. And the Eli's are here to answer any questions to the extent that the board has any.
Okay. Use of this is just additional living space.
Yes, yeah, you want to speak?
Yeah, for my mother. Additional living space for my mother.
So essentially as an ADU, will it be a separate unit? It's okay to say ADU, don't be afraid.
Yeah, it's basically just an extra bedroom.
It's not gonna have a kitchen, it's not gonna have,
No. That's not our plan.
so you could make a condition that no ADU.
Yeah.
Chose to. Only because we haven't contemplated parking and anything else that comes along with ADU. So
Right.
That's up to you.
Okay.
I don't think it was clear. Proposed addition or proposed additional unit are two different things.
Yeah, and I'll just add that I don't think that the intent was to create a separate unit. My understanding is that Seth's
But that
mom.
doesn't mean it's somebody else won't.
No, I understand that. But right now, the objective bluntly here is, can they build the addition on the house and have
Yep.
mom come in? And if they can't, they're gonna sell the house. That's where they're at.
I don't really have a problem with the 10.3. How close is there a neighbor?
What's the question?
Is there a neighbor?
Yes.
Yeah, there is. There is.
Yeah.
Look at the bigger plan.
Yeah, and that's that single family next door is probably about 30 feet, 30 or 40 feet off the lot line. It's pretty big.
Yeah, I think last month there was a petition to build a garage on one of these lots, but the shape
There
of the
was.
lots at the end of Watkins is just,
Get a little
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah, very creative.
creative. That's a nice way to put it. Wait a minute, do you have is there a dog leg to your lot that goes?
Yeah,
Yes,
it goes
all
way
the way to
back.
Route 24.
I did not design this.
And Seth is very happy he's paid taxes on that land for all these years. He was expressing to me earlier
Well, the
that.
house wouldn't be there if it wasn't. So
Wow.
he didn't reap the benefits from it, but somebody did.
That's true.
Wow. That's great. We discovered one of these in the neighborhood I grew up in. We realized that we owned a ridiculous piece of property that had been chopped off at some point. It was the same type of situation. Okay, questions from the board? Anybody in the audience wishing to speak in favor? Anyone wishing to speak in opposition? Let's do it. Tee up,
Mr. Chairman, I would make the motion that the variance be granted as requested.
Second.
motion and second. Discussion on the motion. They're hearing none. Eric,
Yes.
Ricky,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
and Chairman Prairie, yes.
Thank you.
So you can win stuff.